YouTube fans, shaving cadre fans, type 2 diabetes rescued by keto fans, SuperCurve honing fans, Thanksgiving Day fans. Bill here. Today is Thanksgiving Day 2022. The date is the 24th. And I'm going to do a shave. What I'm going to use, I'm going to be using soap by Stirling, which Stirling, I'm a Stirling fanboy. They're my favorite stuff. And Stirling for him, it's a homage to Versace for him. It's a limited edition thing. You won't find that much, okay? And when it's there, it'll be there, and then it'll disappear for a little while. It's not part of their standard lineup, but it's one that I really like a lot. And I'm using the Stirling brush. This is a High Mountain White. I think I got this on one of their Black Friday sales one year, and it was a limited type thing. It's it's big. It's pretty luxurious. One of the most luxurious brushes that I have, at like most Stirling brushes, at an excellent price value. Also speaking of Thanksgiving and Black Friday, the scuttlebutt is that Black Friday just might be moved off to Black Saturday. Now, Black Friday being the term Black Friday coming from when retail businesses, usually that is the day after Thanksgiving, that is the day when in their finances, the books move from being in the red to being in the black. So from Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving through Christmas is for when that particular year, that's when they make money, okay? Now, the scuttlebutt is that one of the most prolific purchasers of shave gear and generous purchasers will be coming here to have a celebration of Thanksgiving dinner, which it's not a traditional Thanksgiving dinner, but anyhow, on Black Friday. So is it possible that the purchases that normally would happen at this man's hands on Black Friday, I'm not going to say who that is, okay, because I think Brian would be very upset if I called him out on that. Anyhow, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll take a couple of pictures. We'll post them up on the Cadre. So, speaking of the Cadre, my commercial for the Shaving Cadre. That's me, Bill M. That's Max Hebron. My avatar, I have the modern official shave shirt with the excess lather storage on for the shave today. And I'm going to be using, and what made me think about this, speaking of, two thoughts came to mind with a recent video by my friend Long Haul Tanker. One, he posted, I think on the Cadre, he posted a thing where George Washington proclaimed Thanksgiving Day to be a national holiday, and he went back, he posted a link to that. I encourage you to go in and look at that. I thought that was excellent, Leon. That was really great. I appreciate that. Hope you and yours have a great Thanksgiving. This is the day when we do acknowledge the Almighty and give thanks to Him for His abundance and His blessings. And another thing on the long haul, he was using that really cool Count Engelbert Boker. Now, I have one modern Boker. I think I got a couple of vintage pieces by Boker, but I got this one. This is a 6/8. Might got a little dust on there from because I don't use it. There's not a whole lot of these around, but this has the mother of pearl tang on it, and it's other than that, it's quite plain. It does have the little Boker tree emblem on it, and it doesn't even say made or forged in Solingen. In the back, well, let's see what it says on the back. There is some engraving on the spine. Heinrich Boker. It does say Solingen on the back there. So this was an interesting piece. I wanted this because I have a vintage piece with the mother of pearl, and I really, really wanted this. And when this came to me, and I mentioned SuperCurve honing, I took this with a factory edge. Sometimes I'll take pieces with a factory edge because I want to see what happens. And I shaved with it, and it did shave. Not the best shaver for me, okay, but it did shave. It was adequate. And one thing, I don't know if this is the case for all modern Boker razors, but it's certainly for this very, very, very thin grind. One of the thinnest grinds that I've seen on the German razors that I have, okay? And knowing that I hone on a curved surface, something like this, the first part of it, okay, I wanted to see now, when I first honed that after I got it, I wanted to see, okay, well, I did the little magic marker thing, and I wanted to see where does my hone touch. So if you hone on a curvature like this and you hone on that, pretty much you're going to touch back into behind the edge, what I commonly called the back bevel, because I picked that up from years ago with compound beveling knives. And I was, at that time, I did not have multiple curves. I had the singular stone on, or singular shape on the ellipse that comes from the Jared plate, and I was working on the dimension in this direction, okay, the radius of a 12-foot radius, okay? And I would have thought with a curve, had this been honed on a flat surface, a flattened stone, that my curve would have touched back behind the edge. Funny thing was, it went right to the edge. So there was a whole bunch of material removed further back from the edge that would have indicated that whoever honed this at Boker was using something a little bit more curvy. And this is my newest, this is the newer rock that I have. This is actually on a 2-foot radius, a 4-foot wheel. So this is pretty tight, okay? And it was one of the things I wanted, and I really, really am liking what I'm getting from this. Which brings me to an interesting thing I saw. I shouldn't look on YouTube, I swear. But I should get shaven. I did look on YouTube, and there was a professional sharpener who sharpens a lot of stuff, knives, mostly knives and stuff like that. And he brought up the topic of curved rocks like that, and you know, and anyhow, somewhere along the line in the story that he was telling of that, he proclaimed, he threw the BS flag. Okay, and this is for me, this kind of becomes the itch in my craw. Oh, and this does shave good. It becomes the itch in my craw that particularly professional sharpeners that have never tried this know that it doesn't work, and they authoritatively throw the BS flag. Now, if they were, my opinion, if they were truly in pursuit of an improvement, that was something that they would try and work at like I have. I'm not a professional sharpener, but I've tried this and I liked it, and I continue to improve, and I continue to like what I get for me, and it's I'm liking the result that I get. So if somebody wants to make the proclamation that because they are a professional, okay, and they do this for a living, and this doesn't work because they've never tried it, you answer that question for yourself and whether you want to listen to what they have to say. It is a topic that's largely avoided in a lot of places. Many forums have kind of banned it and beat it down and all that kind of stuff, with the exception of one. Okay, there might be the people who don't like this, but they certainly don't find themselves there, coming around to deliver to yours truly the beatdown, because I refuse to accept their authority in speaking out about something that they have never tried. So anyhow, that's it. That's my rant. Oh, speaking of, does anybody ever notice on me? I notice it in the mornings, particularly now since I've been low carb. You see the kind of little lines around here? Let's see if you can kind of, no, I think I got them on the other side. There's another, anybody that gets that, okay? I didn't used to get that. I can tell you what that's from. It's from my CPAP mask. Since I've been on keto and my body has dropped the volume of retained fluids and inflammation, those lines from my CPAP, plus I have to tighten up the CPAP mask a little bit more at night, otherwise it kind of so a little more pressure to hold on, because I'm not so puffy fat anymore, and you know, it leaves this indent that kind of stays there. You can kind of see it here too. So if you want to catch this video, if you catch this video and you care to guess or make a comment as to who else may be in the position of trying to control their, that uses a CPAP and they're trying to control their diabetes with a low carb diet, and this may be one of the side effects of it. I know who it is. Put it in the comments and let me know who you might think it is. Because I don't remember this individual or me having the lines hang around for quite so long. I mean, hours later, 5, 6 hours later, you still got this. So, but my sleep apnea is improving, and I'm hoping that at some point in time, I won't need this machine. I'm already much much better than what I was, but I still like to use the machine. Still helps me a little bit. Those machines, I could go on a rant on those machines. Okay, those things. It's like you could buy one of the top end. I have an ASV unit. I mean, top of the line. Although there was a recall on them. But a top of the line ASV unit, which you could buy on the internet, providing you had a prescription, you could buy one of those for, say, $3,500. Now, if you put that through your insurance, the $3,500 you can't put through your insurance, or most insurance companies, well, that's not an authorized thing, so I'll only pay half of that. So if you bought it, if you saved a lot of money and bought that, the insurance company would get off at $1,500, and then you would pay $1,500 or $1,700 or say $1,500, $2,000 each. Okay, but the insurance companies prefer to have you go into the preferred level. If you have a different tier level on your insurance, they like to go to the preferred vendors, which the preferred vendors for these things charge $10,000 or $11,000 for the same thing you could buy on the internet for a third of that. And then to make sure you're using it, they put a telephone on this thing. So this thing, the companies, because the insurance company will only go to a company that monitors your usage of it. So they put a telephone on this thing, so it calls them, and then they have to give a report to the insurance company that says that you're using the thing for so many hours per night and so many days per month. It's like, dude, does anybody wonder why insurance cost is so high? Oh, got me. Stabby point got me. I should mute this thing. I said that the last time it did that. But this is a little bit shorter. And instead of yakking so much, I should pay a little bit more attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, it might call for a styptic, I'm not sure. So what I could do to resolve the lines and the puffiness, I could, for Thanksgiving, I could have a bunch of mashed potatoes and stuffing and high carb foods. I don't think so. I'll take the lines. So let's see. Okay, that is just a really, really good shave. I could do some touch up, but that's one of the better. One of my better 3-pass shaves without touch up. And that usually happens with a handful of tools. A couple of them being very thin grind. I like thin grind razors. Very thin, one of the very thin grind French razors, or that particular one right there. Very, very thin, very... Let's see if this will make us stop bleeding. Must have had something going on there, a little blemish or something that I carved off. So on the menu, here for my guest that is going to crash. Having this guest here may be causing a crash on the Black Friday event, the big Black Friday event. Move it to Black Saturday. I think it's going to be steamed shrimp and steaks on the grill, grilled asparagus, green bean almondine, baked potatoes for those who choose to continue to eat baked potatoes. I don't. The missus is working on some pumpkin pie, which I just might eat a real teeny tiny slice of pumpkin pie just to prove I can. I didn't bring any of the Switch Hazel. I'm using Pro Raso aftershave balm. I do like this. It's a good thing. I'm pretty sure I'll be hitting that spot down under later with a styptic pencil, because even though I don't take the anti-clotting medicine anymore, I still do aspirin therapy. So Stirling for him on the soap. Stirling brush, I'm using the accompanying Stirling for him homage to Versace for him aftershave. One of my favorites. It's I would have to say that if there's anything that could give the master scent of Brut a run for the money in my mind and in my preference, it would be this particular one and Deep Blue Sea. So, and speaking of this one, I think I've been doing this thing wrong. I think you're supposed to do the aftershave and then you're supposed to do the powder cannon. Okay. All right, let's see if I'm refined now and put it on a cloth. Leaves a little bit less of a powder print. Okay, and then I do have the Stirling for him EDT. I'll finish off with that in the thing, so that I smell good for Thanksgiving Day. So that's the shave. I'm wishing everyone from the bottom of my heart a very safe and wonderful Thanksgiving, and enjoy that, and look at the good things in your life, be thankful for those, and enjoy your family and your friends. And this is Bill.